So Dr. Hadir Habdi is from Institute Pendidikan Guru, Ipoh campus. He got his PhD in multimedia, education, and also IT from USM 2005. And he's also one of my colleagues, our very prominent EXCO members being involved, and he's the floor manager for the presentation this morning. He asked me to be here, so I'm very obliged of the orders that been asked by him. So without further ado, I think I would like to hand over to Dr. Hadi for his presentation. Thank you.
Very good morning to everyone. Thank you, Dr. Arif. Somehow, it is a great pleasure to share with you all by a preliminary research. This is my research topic, the relationship model between the usefulness and behavioral intention to use of Web 2.0 in the 21st century learning. The keyword here is Web 2.0. Before I started, this is my presentation menu. I will start with an introduction, followed by problem statement, objective, hypothesis, and so forth. All right, I will share with you about Web 2.0. I think everyone here knows about what Web 2.0. Somehow Web 2.0 is social network services that enable a user to share and create within user within online communities. I'm from IPG. We have strong belief that Web 2.02 could Web 2.02 have great potential in order to support the implementation of curriculum program in IPG. We focus on the development of 21st century learning based on the 21st century learning framework as suggested by Krillwick, Mishra, Fano, and Terry 2013. We have three main domains here. The first one is foundational knowledge, humanistic knowledge, and the meta knowledge. And the main concern here in our study is about meta knowledge. The meta knowledge here comprises three elements. The first one is the creativity and innovation skill, problem solving and critical thinking, and communication and collaboration. This, I think, similar with 4 C's in the P21 framework. Okay, in IPG, we use Web 2.0 in teaching and learning process. This is the example of such tool. For example, Blend Space, Gene Schoology, PowerToons, Screencast, and many more. All right, we use Web 2.0 in terms of blended learning mode and sometimes in nano learning approach. Okay, problem statement. As we know, we have problem with advent of new technologies with endless new tools and possibilities. How we engage and prepare the learners with the new technologies? What the best way to integrate the new technology? So the usefulness of Web 2.0 tools and its relation to student learning should be extensively explored. And then we look on the importance of meta-knowledge under the 21st century learning. So far, we want to explore the influence of Web 2.0 toward the meta knowledge. The useful of Web 2.02 in enhancing meta-knowledge domain should be done through empirically evident. Many stories here and there just based on assumption, I think less about lack of research regarding the influence of Web 2.02 toward the meta-knowledge of 4C itself. And then the third one is about the role of meta-knowledge in enhancing the learning process. The role of meta-knowledge in influencing the behavioral intention to use of technology is still uncertain. Maybe we provide everything to the people, the technology, the accommodation, but the teachers, the students still not fully utilize or use the technology. Okay, so in this research, we try to explore the influence of usefulness of Web 2.02 toward behavioral intention to use the Web 2.0, the usefulness of 2.02 toward meta-knowledge domain, and the meta-knowledge domain toward behavioral intention to use the Web 2.0. We have three main variables here: usefulness, behavioral intention to use the Web 2.0, and the meta-knowledge. But the meta-knowledge itself comprises three elements. The first one is what you call here creativity and innovation, problem solving and critical thinking, and communication and collaboration. In this study, we generate 7 hypotheses. We want to test either the positive relation exists between the perceived usefulness and the behavioral intention to use, and the meta-knowledge toward the behavioral intention to use. About the methodology, we use the quantitative research approach, and then this study is based on technology acceptance model and 21st century learning framework. The participant involved in the study, the participant comprised 40 students of semester 4 bachelor education program and IPG Ipoh campus, taking technology in teaching and learning course. They are exposed to the application of Web 2.0 tool in teaching and learning by using blended mode. This is the scenario in teaching and learning in classroom. Somehow we want to cater the digital back channel student. Who is the digital back channel student? Usually digital back channel student is quiet and timid student, and at his or her hand always hold a handphone. They seldom look in front to the student. They always interact with the gadget. So how to make them engage with the material with us as a lecturer or teacher? This is a problem we try to cater to overcome. All right, this is an example here. I use, in spite of Kahoot, I use Socrative student response system. I think it's useful and more beneficial to the student. The procedure of the research involves 2 stages. The first, the implementation of the study. We implement the teaching and learning activities using Web 2.0 tool, and then later we followed by the survey using questionnaire. And the questionnaire developed by our team researcher based on technology acceptance model and the 21st century learning. We use SMART partial least square method, version 3.0. This is a second generation statistical analysis technique. Structured equation modeling partial square method. This is exploratory study. You want to explore the relation between exogenous and endogenous variable. We divide two models here. First, with measurement model, we want to explore the relationship between latent variable and indicators, either in reflective form or directive form. And the second one is structural model, the relationship between latent variable involved, either exogenous or endogenous latent variable. In this study, exogenous variable is perceived usefulness of Web 2.0, and the endogenous variables here is two. One of them is meta knowledge and behavioral intention to use of Web 2.0. All right. When we generate the statistic, run the statistic, this is our first model here. This is usefulness, how usefulness variable affect the behavioral intention, but the model still unfit because the factor loading value is less than 0.5. Therefore, we exclude all the extractor with factor loading less than 0.5. When we exclude the factor loading less than 0.5, we got this new model. Then we check the result based on composite reliability, CR, combat alpha, average value extracted, and R square. We feel very happy because the model here is substantial acceptable based on the parameter shown here. All right. This is the result when we run the bootstrapping with t-test value, and even though the model is substantial acceptable, but when we check the t statistic value and p value, only 4 hypotheses accepted, and three other hypotheses are rejected. And we found that based on hypothesis accepted, UF or usefulness of Web 2.0 influence the creative and innovative thinking. Also, usefulness and of Web 2.0 also influence the critical thinking and problem solving, and also influence the communication and collaboration as well. But if we look on the model here, we feel very surprised here because we found that only communication and collaboration has positively influenced the behavioral intention to use the Web 2.0. Only this variable influence the behavioral intention. The two variables here is not significantly influence the behavioral intention. And we also surprised that here, even though the usefulness level is quite high, the usefulness is not directly influence the intention to use the web. People, students should be enhanced in terms of CC, communication, and communication first, then there will be improve in use of intention to use of web. Okay, as a conclusion here, the relationship model between the usefulness of Web 2.0 and behavioral intention to use of Web 2.0 was reliable and is substantial, acceptable in the model. But the usefulness of Web 2.0 could be a significant factor that influence the creative, innovative thinking, critical thinking, and problem solving, and communication and collaboration skill, meaning that Web 2.02 is able to enhance meta learning skill among students. But even the meta learning skill comprise 3 variables. Only the communication and collaboration skills positively influence the behavioral intention to use of Web 2.0. Therefore, the usefulness of Web 2.0 would not influence directly to the behavioral intention to use of Web 2.0. So the effort on enhancing the communication and collaboration skills should be undertaken before focusing on the behavioral intention to use the Web 2.0. So in our education scenario right now, we should focus on CC, communication and collaboration skill, rather than to directly instruct or told our people to practice the new technology. Improve the communication and collaboration skill first, then when the communication and collaboration skill improve, later there will the intention to use Web 2.0 also will increase. I think that's all for today. With that, thank you very much.